Guys, welcome to number 11 of the Derby Premier Live, and to start off this episode we have got the game against Newcastle. I think we are going to be playing about 3 or 4 games in this episode, maybe even 5. I might simulate the Bristol City game and potentially even that Blackburn game and give us Cardiff, Palace and Newcastle to play. Then in the next episode we've got Villa, Brewers and potentially even the Forest game if we do simulate Barnsley and Preston. It depends on how many points we are clear at the top of the table. We are currently 1 game in hand above Norwich and a point ahead, so if we do win this next game then it just puts us in a really comfortable position. Obviously they are keeping the pressure on us, which is good to see. So into the launch for today's game, I'm not too sure what kits we're going to go for, because the black shorts and the like even the back of the Newcastle shirt, I think that is black, so I think we're going to put their third kit on, which is actually quite nice with the purple and the white. And yeah, I've recently only just changed it to 6-minute halves. So if you do realise at the start of the games, sometimes, like before January I think it was, we literally play 5-minute halves for the entire thing. So just giving us that extra minute is always handy. I think we are going to put someone a little bit more. Yeah, we'll put Bailey onto the bench. And yeah, we're going to be resting Hughes, Vidra, Martin and Ince for the cup game against Crystal Palace. Into the game then at St James's Park, one of the few Scan Championship stadiums, obviously with Norwich, Carrow Road. QPR's Loftus Road and what was the other team? Villa Park. So yeah, it's actually the biggest stadium in the league, so big occasion, good way to start off this episode. And there are quite a few scanned faces for that Newcastle team as well. We've got a couple in like the Premier League players that we have signed recently, James Wilson being one of them. Vyman, I think when he was at Aston Villa, got his face scanned. It just makes it a lot better. Like players like Bryson, Martin, Hughes, their faces just look terrible, and it kind of does kill the mood. Like looking there, you can see John Joe Shelby, you can see Lascelles in the defence, but we are going to have a look at their team just to see who is playing, and yeah, we can just see what formation they're playing. A 4-2-3-1 for Ferreira up front. I'm not too sure who Fernando Ferreira is. Richie Natsu on the wing, John Joe Shelby in behind the striker, Anita and Tiote, Lascelles, Yedlin, who was linked to us, Lazar, Kieran Clark, and of course Matt Sells in goal. It's a very good team, probably one of the best teams we have played this year. If you do remember, when we did play Newcastle originally, we were on world class and it was one of the first games of the season. So yeah, they didn't quite settle in yet, so this is going to be a lot tougher. Corner in the 27th minute of the match. Going to see if we can get the ball onto Patterson's head. Yes, we have hit the underside of the crossbar, and Pearce has, I don't know, I pressed B like straight away, but obviously he tried to control it and it did go out of play for the goal kick. Here we go. Can we get Naki Wells with the shot here? Yes, we can. Rebound to Wilson. He's not quite got there. I thought he was going to just nick it into the back of the net, but he didn't quite stretch backwards enough. Here we go, through for Bryson. I don't know if we can get it through for Naki Wells over the top with the shot. Oh, he got the flick. But the keeper just managed to get the hand in just before pulling the trigger. We have got the game against Crystal Palace in a couple of days, so this is why we are playing a bit of a weaker team for this match. They have brought Gamaz on at the left-back position, so there is a chance for us to be able to do a little bit more damage down there now. Into Naki Wells, inside to Vyman. He's held off the man quite nicely. He's got into a very good area with the shot and with the goal. Andreas Vyman, last minute of the game, getting us all 3 points. Really nice to get that goal. Because yeah, it just puts us in 4-point clear at the top of the table. Potentially with the game in hand as well. I'm not too sure if Norwich are playing at the same time or not. But yeah, really good time to score last minute. We weren't playing the best of teams. We've got like Elsnick, Darren Bent there, Baird in the midfield. So it was a pretty weak team. And yeah, we've managed to get the goal in the last few minutes. 72nd goal in the league. We haven't exactly played that much with Vyman as well. But when he does play, he seems to make an impact. I think he's got a couple in the cup as well. And there it is, full time against Newcastle. Just like that, the game does end, and we take all 3 points. And yeah, we kind of deserved it. We had quite a bit of possession and a couple of decent chances here and there. But yeah, good to get the 3 points. Into the next game then against Crystal Palace. It is the 4th round replay at the iPro Stadium this time. So hopefully we get the home advantage. I'm not too sure if I should put their away kit on. Yeah, why not? I'll just make it a little bit different. And I think we are going to go for the first team this time because we did rest them up. There are a couple of players we're going to have to drop, like Patterson and Bryson, but apart from that, it should be alright. So let's have a look at the lineups for today's game. I probably should have waited and shown you the actual new graphics that do actually look quite nice, but they've gone for that 4-2-3-1 again. Marlos, Sacco and Zaha in behind Christian Benteke, Kabaye and Samaris. I think they started with Perez in the last episode, last game kind of thing, and the same back 5 in that defence. Mandanda in goal. I think he made like 9 saves in the last game, so yeah, hopefully we can break him down in this one. Here we go into Thomas Ince. I think he did have a short spell at Crystal Palace, Thomas Ince, so we're going to try and get the ball into the box here, into Vydra, and Mandanda has made an early save there in the first 20 minutes. I think that's our first chance. We haven't really got into this game yet. We've kind of struggled against Crystal Palace so far. And there it is, half-time against Crystal Palace. I'm going to have a look at the match stats because, I don't know, I feel like it's been an okay game, but yeah, we've only had one shot on target, 50-50 in possession, so we're not being dominated, but hopefully we can get this goal and not go to extra time. Into Mathieu Vydra here, out wide to Wilson, trying to get Ince on the overlap, going to cut inside. Has been taken out, and it is actually a penalty. I don't know, I was like 50-50, is it a penalty, is it not, but Scott Dann has taken out, and no booking for the captain of Crystal Palace. He got the ball. If that was me, I'd be quite annoyed, but Vydra has got a chance here to get a goal. Hopefully we can put this into the back of the net. Oh, that's a perfect penalty. Off the underside of the crossbar. No chance the keeper would have saved that. And we have got the goal with the last 15 minutes left of the game. We are going to make a couple of substitutions. I think we'll take Hughes off and go a little bit more defensive. I'm not too sure who to bring on out of these two because Bryson, he can run the game down, but Hansen, he's a little bit better defensively. And there it is, full time against Crystal Palace, through to the next round thanks to a good penalty from Mathieu Vydra. Yeah, they only had one shot, so they didn't exactly do much, and especially, like, we're on Legendary, we're not exactly doing this on an easy difficulty. It is the hardest we can possibly do it, and yeah, the Premier League sides, they're only getting like one shot on target, so it just shows how good we are defensively. Going to simulate this next game against Bristol City, I think with our second team, but I'm kind of tempted to go for the first team just so that we do get the result that we need. We have got a couple of days, and then we've got the FA Cup round of 16 against Middlesbrough, so another Premier League / Championship side. I know they've only just been promoted, so we have got quite a few fixtures coming up very quickly, and yeah, we've got Bristol City, then a couple of days, then Cardiff, then 3 days, then that, and then another 4, Blackburn, then 1 day break. They've gone Thursday, Saturday, not like Tuesday, Wednesday, then the Saturday, which is a little bit frustrating because then on that Saturday we've got another 2 days, then the Brewers, but that March month is quite spread out, but it depends on what the result is in the Borough game, of course, if we do go to the next round or not. I think we'll play our first team in this game, play the second team against Cardiff, and then we can play the first team again against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, and yeah, just makes it a little bit easy. We are going to be simulating this game against Bristol City as they are pretty much in the bottom half of the table. Yeah, we'll go for that lineup, and hopefully we can get the win, because I feel like if we get the win against a team like this, then we are like 6 points clear at the top. Substitution, I'm not too sure if that's Patrick Bamford up front, but they have brought on Wilson, and we have scored with Will Hughes there 3 minutes later. Last 15 minutes now, Weimann coming on for Martin. Last 5 minutes now. Oh, and Packer scored in the 89th minute to get an equaliser and the point for Bristol City, but we're still 4 points clear at the top of the table, so I'm not too concerned about that result, and we've still got a game in hand. I really don't know why, but yeah, we're 3 points clear with that game in hand, so it's nothing too bad. Going to go into a bit of training, and then we probably are going to end off the episode here. I think the last couple of episodes have been like around the 20 minutes. I want to just keep this episode around the 15, just keep it a little bit shorter. And I don't know, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer like a 15-minute or a 20-minute? Leave a comment down below which you prefer. I think we played, how many games have we played in this episode? I'm trying to work out. Hughes still not wanting to sign that new contract. I'm probably have to go to 100,000 to keep him at the club. But obviously we played those two, and then we simulated that. So I think we'll play this game against Cardiff and then probably end off the episode. We're going to try and get Hughes on a bit of a better contract. I'm going to go all the way to 100,000 now from 34,000, pretty much tripling his wage. So yeah, that's a big improvement for Will Hughes, but he's worth it. Like, he is a player that I do want to keep at the club for as long as possible, and I don't mind paying that much money because it pretty much secures him for the rest of this career, because he's only got 2 years left on his contract, so you don't want to let him go. Basically now, and it could be an issue we have in real life as well if we don't do this well this season, which at the moment we're not doing too well, but we are going to go for the second team, I think, for this game, and yeah, hopefully get the win. Into the game then against Cardiff at home. We probably could have simulated this game because Cardiff aren't doing that well. I think they are in the bottom 15 as well, so yeah, quite easy. And if we do win this game, we can go 6 points clear at the top of the table, so maybe an incentive that way to finish off the episode 6 points clear, and then we can obviously go into the round of 16 against Borough in the Cup, and we can actually, I think we can see we've got in the semi-final in the quarters and stuff like that. So I'm just going to have a look at the Cardiff lineup for today's game. I think they are playing a 4-2-3. They're playing a 5 at the back. I've not seen that before. They're playing a 5-3-2. Aaron Gunnarsson in the middle. Immers. Is Aaron Gunnarsson still at Cardiff? I'm sure he went to Burnley. Or is that a different one? It might be another Gunnarsson. But anyway, yeah, they've got a pretty decent team. And with the 5 at the back, it's going to be interesting to see how our 2 up front do. Free kick here on the edge of the box. They have got no Whittingham, who seems to be good at the free kicks for Cardiff. But yeah, we're still going to have to be wary that they are going to get this on target just wide of the post. I thought that was actually in the back of the net. Half time there against Cardiff. I remember last FIFA, Cardiff was actually the biggest defeat that we got. I think we lost like 5-0 or something on the career mode. So they are kind of like my bogey team, and especially with this 5 at the back, we are kind of finding it difficult. I'm actually going to go up to ultra attacking because they've done nothing in terms of going forwards, and we've had a lot of possession in their final third. I don't know if we've got an early chance here with Nahki Wells. Again, blocked it. You just see how many men they've got back. They've got the 2 up front, but obviously with our 4 at the back, we seem to be dealing with it quite nicely. Here we go, we won it with Wilson, with Nahki Wells, with a cheeky little finish at the post for the Bermuda International. Really cheeky goal there. Like, we were closing down with Bailey, made the poor pass, Wilson with the interception. Really cheeky finish there. I just did that cheeky left trigger B combination. I thought I megged the keeper. I thought that would have been a little bit more of a better goal. But still, to get the goal just before the 60th minute, like just before we make our substitutions. Probably was going to take off Nahki Wells, to be fair, but now he's got the goal. Probably will keep him on. And there it is, full time against Cardiff City, getting the 1-0 victory. Not the most eventful game in the world, but obviously playing our second team. Yeah, we only had 4 shots, not much to show in terms of action, but it's just about getting the results this end of the season. Like, we could like maybe do a little bit better if we played our first team, but then we'd have to play a weaker team in the FA Cup, and I'd prefer to actually do something decent in the Cup because it's just a little bit more exciting than the Championship, to be fairly honest, because we have got them in 4 days against Borough, then Blackburn, then Villa. I think what we'll do in the next episode, play Borough, simulate that game with our second team, then we'll play against Villa, Brewers, and potentially get up to that Brighton game. We could simulate a couple, like 3 games in this episode, like Blackburn, Barnsley and Preston. They're all towards the bottom and they're not exactly doing that well, so I just feel like simulating against those weaker teams, it just saves a lot of time and gets us through this career mode a little bit faster. But looking at the FA Cup, I believe we are in the round of 16 now. Yes, we are indeed, on that right hand side there. Obviously, I'm not too sure if we do play Liverpool or Spurs in the quarter-final, or it just mixes it up completely, and we could even get like Coventry or Sheffield Wednesday or something like that. That would be quite good. So as you can see, well, you can't see, I think it just cuts off by the webcam, but basically we're 3 points clear with a game in hand still. But obviously in the next episode we have got quite a few games literally within days of each other, so we'll probably make up those fixtures quite quickly, and again we can still go 6 points clear if we do win that game. In the next episode we got Barnsley, Blackburn, Preston and somebody else towards the bottom there, so potentially I'm going to simulate those 3, Barnsley, Blackburn and Preston. We are playing Burton Albion as well, but because they are such a local rival, I like to play against them, and we won't be playing them against them again, so there's no point in simulating that game. So yeah, we're going to end off the episode here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.